Hey everybody, welcome back to Hey Let's Practice. This is Brett, helping you practice your way through the Hal Leonard guitar books 1, 2, and 3. I personally have the book that has all three of them in one volume, but of course that doesn't matter. We're on page 18 of book 1 right now, and we're doing number 31, Worried Man Blues. And I'm gonna show you a couple of things that are happening in this tune. This is the first tune that we're playing that has what's called a pickup. So a pickup note is an incomplete measure that has a certain number of notes, in this case just one, that don't start on beat 1. So every song that we've played so far has started on beat 1. We've had Aura Lee that said 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and He's a Jolly Good Fellow. We had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, and so forth. We've always started on beat 1. Well, in this case, we're not starting on beat 1. So instead of putting a bunch of rests in the beginning of the measure, which we haven't even talked about rests yet, instead of notating silence until our first note, we just write the first note or the first two notes or whatever the pickup happens to be, and then we pick up the count on what count that would be if it were a full measure. Okay, so here's what's going on. Imagine at the beginning of Worried Man Blues, we have a 1 quarter note pickup. That's a 1 beat pickup. Well, our measures have 4 beats in them. So how many more beats would we need to create a full measure? Well, we only have 1 beat and we need a total of 4, so we would need 3 more beats. So we count to 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we start, right? Wrong note. There we go. So just imagine how many beats you would need to make a full measure, and then whatever's left, that's where the pickup is. So if you have a 2-beat pickup, a 2 quarter note pickup, how many more beats would we need to make a full measure? We need 2 beats. So we would say 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would start on beat 3. So if you have 1 beat worth of pickups, you start on beat 4. If you have 2 beats worth of pickups, you start on beat 3. If you have 3 beats worth of pickups, which could easily happen, how many more beats do you need to make a full measure? 1 beat. So you would start on beat 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, or whatever the tune is. Okay, so just like we've been doing up until this point, we're going to say the notes to Worried Man Blues. We're going to say the notes while we play the tune, and then we're going to say the counts. And remember, when we say the counts, we're going to have to play our first note on a beat 4, okay? And there's a shortcut to understanding how to play the various notes that we're playing. I'm not a big fan of shortcuts. I normally think that the best shortcut to learning something is to learn it on its own terms. That's the best shortcut. But there is a little trick that if you think about it, makes this tune a little bit easier. Okay, so let's tune up our guitars real quick. We're using the D string. We're using the G string. We're using the B string. And I think that's about it, but let's tune up the E string anyway. I don't think we're using it in this song, but just in case. So D, G, B, E. All right? If you don't already have one, get a tuner. Or if you have a fancy guitar that has a tuner on the guitar, good for you. Okay, so I'm going to give you a count off. The count off is going to go like this. It's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then we say the first note, that first D on 4, right? Or D, 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 and so forth as we say the notes through the song. Okay, good luck. Take your time. Don't worry if you miss a couple. Ain't no big thing. Here we go. 1, 2, say the notes. 2, 3. D, 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 E, G. 2, 3. A, B, 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 A, G. 2, 3. G, E, 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 G, G, 2, 3, E, G, 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 E, D, 2, 3, D, 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 E, G, 3, A, B, 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 A, G, 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 A, E, sorry, A, A, B, A, G, E, G, 2, 3. You're done. Okay, now, a couple of things. That last measure is only 3 beats long. Why is that? Aren't we supposed to have 4 beats? Well, technically, in music, if you have a pickup, you're supposed to make up for it in the last measure. So the pickup and the last measure should equal 1 full measure, right? Now, sometimes composers follow that rule and sometimes they don't. But technically, that's what's going on with that. Okay, now, let's say the notes and let's play the tune. All right, let's find our D string. Here's my E string, here's my A string, there's my D string, so there's my first note, okay? Now, good luck. We're using D, E, G, A, and B. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. 1, 2, start on 4. 1, 2, 3. D, 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 E, G, 2, 3. A, B, 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 A, G, 2, 3. G, E, 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 G, G, 2, 3. E, G, 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 E, D, 2, 3. D, 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 E, G, 2, 3. A, B, 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 A, G, 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 A, B, A, E, G, 2, 3. We're done. Okay, now, hopefully the whole pickup thing is getting a little easier for you because you may have noticed that every single phrase in this tune starts on beat 4. Every single phrase. The first phrase starts on the A, the second phrase starts on the, the first phrase starts on the D, the second phrase starts on the A, the third phrase starts on the G, and so forth, and always on beat 4, all right, which we're going to run into in a moment as we say the counts. The other thing, the shortcut that I mentioned is that we're only ever using our second finger when we fret a note. We either play a D, which is open, an E, which is second fret, a G, which is open, an A, which is second fret, and a B, which is open. Open D, second fret E, open G, second fret A, open B string. So that actually makes this tune a little easier to play because we're just not playing anything that's super complicated. So focus your attention on playing with accuracy and getting the counts right, which is what we're going to do now. We're going to say the counts out loud. So the first time we play a note, we're going to play the D on beat 4. Sorry, that's my G. We're gonna play the D on beat 4. All right, good luck. See you at the end. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, Okay, awesome. Now, as always, if you're following along with these videos, you know I keep saying the same thing. Take your time, be patient with yourself, focus on quality, focus on good sounds, focus on your counts, focus on remembering what notes you're playing and all that kind of stuff. And take your time. You're going to make many, many mistakes along the way. I think I even messed up in this video once or twice. It's part of being human and part of being a musician. And then the final exam, of course, this is a named tune, which means it's got a backing track, track 13, it says in my book. So you can go to the audio that comes with your book, or you can go to another YouTube video that has all of the backing tracks, so you can play along with the backing track. But have some fun with this one. This one, once you get used to it, this tune is actually super, super easy. So once you get the counting down, once you get the notes down, it's going to be a piece of cake. The next tune, a little bit more complicated, but still not terribly hard. All right, have some fun, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, see you later, guys.